beats, and culture.
Tap and hit the snooze in school. Wake up, extra down in the pillow, man, extra drool. Wake up. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. You should wake up. It's the 10 hour hitting the fool.
Yeah, I'm from Queens. Grew up in Hollis, Warhol. You know, that was the stomping grounds from Warhol to Hillside. I'm from that era of Carhart, Queens. That's what part of Queens I'm from. I'm from Carhart, Queens. You know what I'm saying? I think I had like about 3 or 4 different pair of Carhartts I used to wear every week in rotation. And it was just the uniform. You say you from Queens? How we know? You probably was wearing Carhartts. Discus sweater to go with it, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. That was the uniform. That was the style. That was the flavor for Queens. And, Queens was different because all the different neighborhoods in Queens, it was just like you had in this particular area, South Side, for instance. South Side was infamously known for Lost Boys. And then you had over by Rockaway and Sufton, LF, and, going back the other way, going back towards Merrick Liberty, you had the dudes from over by 109. I didn't really have any interaction with them, or even with the dudes from Merrick and Linden by the Towers. But I definitely had a lot of interaction with dudes from Bricktown, Toy Soldiers, and that's what it was. From junior high school, it was popping. After school, it was on and popping, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to the whole Bricktown. Shout out to all the original Toy Soldiers. I don't even think they still exist anymore, but, I remember y'all. If there was any type of opposition that Hollis Queens ever had, let me not say Hollis Queens, because the whole Hollis Queens wasn't on the wave that we was on in Warhol. We was on a different type of time over there. Don't care what nobody say. We was on a different time. But Bricktown, Toy Soldiers, they were a force to be reckoned with at that time. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody that went to IS 238, Susan B. Anthony, you know what I'm saying, junior high school. And that's where I met most of the dudes from Bricktown and all of that, you know what I'm saying? And, they wasn't, I can't say I knew any suckers from over there. You know what I'm saying? Bricktown had it hard. It was a hard community to grow up in. I never even walked through Bricktown until I became an adult. That's how serious the beef was. They had the park, Liberty Park, and they had the pool inside there. And then I used to hear girls around the way talking about we going to the pool. And we already knew they was going to Liberty Pool. But we wasn't going. It's like, all right, go have fun. Because if we go, what is going on? We going there to fight? We ain't had time for all that. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? That ain't our hood. If I go to the pool, you know what I mean, I might not make it out there, out of there. So, it is what it is. I guess I learned to swim later in life. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was real over there. And after school, every day it was on the popping. You know what I'm saying? I had the little younger brothers, younger homies from the hood. Used to always come and complaining. The dudes from Bricktown were trying to press them and all of that. You know what I mean? So-and-so had a fight with so-and-so. And I'm just like, all right, I'm tired of this already. You know what I'm saying? When I was in junior high school, yeah, we was beefing with them, but it wasn't really that major. But the younger brothers, they was just like, yo, it was always turned out, always lit with them. So I was like, you know what, let me do something for the hood. And, you know, being that I had organizational skills that was being learned in the Zulu Nation, you know, I brought that to the hood too, along with starting up a crew from out of Warhol called the Crazy Babies, KB. You know what I'm saying? Which was like, you know, baby Zulus in a way. You know, not everybody that was Crazy Babies was Zulu. You know what I mean? But most of the Crazy Babies were Zulus. We didn't make them become Zulu. It wasn't like, yo, it's either you this or you that. It was like, yo, if you Crazy Baby, Zulu love you. If you Zulu, Crazy Baby love you. Because, you know, I started it. I was the father of the Crazy Babies. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to the whole Warhol, all my KBs, you know, everybody that was rolling with the team back then. And, you know, we had our battles, you know what I mean, our struggles. All of the hardship becoming a gang, an organization, a group, you know what I mean? And automatically, you know, before we even had the name Crazy Babies, it was drama already. I just did it to, you know, get a brother something to hold on to because, you know, they had Lost Boys, you had Shadow Inc. Shout out to the whole S-Side fam. Shadow Inc. You had Toy Soldiers, LF. You had AOD. You had I can't even say, I don't even think the Leprechauns came out at the time. But yeah, we had Leps. You had what's the other ones you had? I remember AOD. Damn. You know, you had the Heights family. Heights family was a little bit, you know, before the Crazy Babies. It was like my time when I was in high school and junior high school. You know, you had KGB from Hollis. You know, what else? Damn. Man, we had a lot of gangs out in Queens. You had Voodoo Tech, all them Haitian dudes from out there in Hollis and Jamaica. Man, but you know, Jamaica Avenue was just like the hub for, you know, gangs to interact. You know, everybody wanted to be on the Ave because, you know, that was where all of the buses came after school. You know what I mean? So if you had to catch a bus to go to your neighborhood, 9 out of 10, you catch the bus from your high school to the Ave, from the Ave to your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And you go to Jamaica Avenue and, you know, in front of the Coliseum. Let me not even say from the Coliseum. The whole 165, damn near, was nothing but Lost Boys, Shadow Inc., and I could say Toy Soldiers too, you know, but damn sure Lost Boys and Shadow Inc., because you had that area was Woo Hill, and you know, most of the dudes from Shadow Inc. lived in those buildings around the Ave, behind the Coliseum, over there by, you know, 164, 165, you know, and the other back blocks, you know, buildings all around there. And, you know, if you wasn't ready to fight, you know, you should definitely avoid going to the Ave because, you know, it was that's just what it was. It was popping. You know, it was the place where you go and you get your, you know, your name. You get familiarized with other groups that had a name and a reputation. And Jamaica Avenue was just, you know, the training zone. You know, it was a battleground. You know, from Ghost Pond to Kings Park, you know, the bus terminal, wherever. Those were all like spots where the drama can go down. Where it's going to go down? Oh, we got beef at the school? All right. Yo, we meeting up tomorrow at the school or wherever, but we're going to go to the Goose Pond and get it popping. And then you might have 100 of these dudes fighting 50 of these dudes. Or might even be that major. You know what I mean? But it'd be going down. And Jamaica Avenue was definitely the area. So, when I was in high school, I joined the Zulu Nation when I was 14, So my first year in high school, I wasn't even on Zulu tip yet, because I think I joined Zulu, like in the summertime, right before I turned 15 or something like that, So Crazy Babies didn't even exist then. It didn't exist until after I joined Zulu. But so, I made friendships here and there, I knew some dudes that was Lost Boys, some dudes that was Shadow Inc., but it wasn't nothing like, that's my man, we chilling, I go to his hood, he come to my hood, blah, blah, blah. It was like, yeah, see you in school, what up, family? Give him that. Keep it moving, go your way, I go my way. It was cool, And I remember, after being Zulu and after starting the Crazy Babies, one day after school, we was walking down the hill and some of the younger Crazy Babies was like in front of us, and I see right before we hit Hillside, as soon as we hit the corner, it said like 168, the block from Jamaica High School at Edison, that's like 168th Street. As soon as we got to 168 in the corner of Hillside, I see this short dude. I think he had like two girls with him. And they was like on one side, one on each side of him. He hit the corner and he turned up, walking up to 168. And he had this fly ass t-shirt with the Lost Boy t-shirt, with like the stick figure character on it and the boots, the Timbs. It was dope. I'm an artist, so that always appealed to me, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to say, yo, brother, that shit is fly. But before I got to even say anything to him, well, he a little dude, I'm like, it is what it is. Lost Boys, we wasn't really beefing with Lost Boys. It wasn't no issues. But this moment, it was on and popping after this. So he hit the corner, and one of my little brothers from the hood, this Crazy Baby Zulu, walking past him, and it's like Smurf, the little dude from the Lost Boy with the Lost Boy t-shirt, Smurf. He goes out of his way and bumps my man, like wild crazy. Right? So we like, oh shit, this little motherfucker's crazy. But my man was little too. They probably both about the same height. You know what I'm saying? So I said, all right, that's fair. You know what I mean? But this little motherfucker had heart, because I'm just like, how you with two motherfucking broads, and here you go, got about 15, 20 dudes, and you gonna bump one of them like he by himself, or he can't do nothing to you. That just like kind of baffled me. And lo and behold, I'm gonna keep it 100. I don't got nothing to lie about. My little man washed him up. You know what I'm saying? And that was that. We beat him up, and we kept it moving, you know. And we went to the bus terminal on 164, 165. On the 165th, the bus terminal right there. You know, we jump on our bus, the Q2 bus going back to Hollis. And that was that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the next day after school, you know, I'm hearing all this after school. Yo, I heard Lost Boys is looking for Zulus. You know what I'm saying? Because Zulus jump Smurf from the Lost Boys. And I'm like, we jump? You know, where they get that from, you know? So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it ain't the first time, you know, we've been accused of jumping somebody. But, you know, it is what it is. We ain't never scared. So, you know, I was on probation at this time, you know, for a gun charge. So I was like about maybe 17, 18 years old still, you know. And so my men, all the little young brothers, they catch the bus going back to the hood. I gotta go to see my PO. So I had two or three of the brothers with me to go to the, you know, go see my PO over by Gertz Mall. So we walk through the bus terminal. We come out on 165th side. And I think I had my man Dola with me. I know I had my man Oates with me. You know, I know I had Dola with me. You know, my man Dola was with me all the time. So I had Dola with me, my man Oates. And it might have been one other person, but it was like probably 3 or 4 of us. And I tell you, yo, it was mad motherfucking dudes out there. Excuse my language. It was mad brothers out there. Lost Boys, Shadow Inc., Toy Soldiers. I don't even know if I remember seeing any Toy Soldiers out there because I knew Toy Soldiers. I knew their faces, but I damn sure knew there was mad Lost Boys and Shadow Inc.'s out there, you know. And at this time, you know, I didn't care about none of them. You know, I didn't care about no Lost Boys, didn't care about no Shadow Inc. You know, I just knew a few here and there that was, you know, affiliated with them. And my man Malik, he was from South Side. I think he was from over by Lincoln Park. And this is my man. He came to me because they were trying to, you know, get on top of us, like, you know, trying to get at us. And we was ready, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we always kept bangers on us. You know what I mean? We're like, yo, listen, if this is our time to go, it's our time to go. But you're not going to have an easy situation because, you know, we warriors. You know what I mean? That's just what we do. So, you know, Malik came up and he, like, you know, basically, you know, cut him off. It's like, yo, hold on. That's my man right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew Malik through my man Meth. And Meth is Zulu. You know what I mean? And he from over there by Lincoln Park over there on that side, the south side. And Malik was like, yo, what happened? Yo, what's good, yo? Yo, what happened with your high Zulu jump my man? And I'm like, jump who? I already knew what they was talking about, if I'm not wrong. It was like, yo, how y'all jump my man Smurf? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, Malik, yo, you already know how we give it up. We ain't scared. We ain't got to lie either. You know what I'm saying? Your man is a little dude. He got his ass beat by another little dude. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? So if he told y'all he got jumped, I mean, listen, ain't nothing we can say or do about that. You know what I mean? But, you know, it is what it is. So they was going to give us the business. And they had the ability to, and whatever it was, because of the relationship that I had with the brother Malik, you know what I mean, they gave me a pass. Gave me and the brothers a pass. And, you know, my Z's, my Zulu brothers was, they was warriors, you know what I mean? And we already knew what we was walking into. It was like, yo, we could have walked around. We could have went from the bus terminal and walked down the block past, like, the library and went the other way just to avoid these dudes. But we was like, nah, let's just see what the temperature is. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if they're talking crazy about Zulu, we might as well go in and do the investigation right now. Let's see what this is all about. And we walked right into the lion's den. You know what I'm saying? And salute to my man Malik. I ain't see the guard in a long time. I think Malik was down with a crew called MIK, Money Incorporated, something like that. They was some good brothers. All them dudes promoted by Lincoln. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to my man Meth, because Meth was the one who linked us together. You know what I'm saying? And whatever that was, Malik held it off. Dudes fell back. You know what I mean? They ain't jump on us. And I went to go see my PO. And so I go back to the hood later on. And I let the whole hood know what it was. Like, yo, all right, yo, check this out. Yo, is gonna be aiming at Zulu. They're gonna be gunning at us. You know what I mean? So, let's just be ready. You know what I mean? Because it ain't just Lost Boys. You know what I mean? It's Shadow Inc. also, possibly Toy Soldiers, and possibly, some Bloods too. So, we ready. So, the next day after school, I don't know where I ended up at or where I was. But all I know is that my little mans came back to the hood. It was like, yo, we was on the Q2 bus, at the terminal. And guess who comes and jump on the bus talking crazy? It was like, like Smurf. Smurf came on the bus like he was tough or whatever. And got washed up again. I don't know how true it is. That might be falsehood. I shouldn't even say it. You know what I mean? But how like the back window in the bus, you lift up that flap and you push it out. I remember dudes saying something about how they threw him off the bus like that, threw him out the window or something like that. But I know he definitely got washed up the second time. And I ain't saying none of this to say, anything or to try to paint the picture of Smurf being, a sucker, can't fight. But he definitely didn't get no wins on Zulu, or at least on with my man that he was, had the little conflict with. But one thing I know is that brother was never scared, and he was never scared. And I always, considered that when it came to recruitment, brothers wanted to sign up to be Zulu or crazy babies. And I'm like, yo, who out here woofing? You know what I mean? And, talking crazy, or because you mad big. And, we supposed to assume that you retarded or whatever, you could get busy. Because I'm looking at this small dude, half pint size, that had the heart of a lion. You know what I'm saying? And I always respected that. You know what I'm saying? So when watching the videos about how he gave it up in the streets and all of that, yeah, we heard about Smurf in his later years, you know what I mean, after we became grown men, and how he was busting his gun and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And, it is what it is. I ain't had nothing to do with none of that, because I didn't play the streets. I wasn't into the hustling, selling drugs and all that. We was just into high school and wanted to fight. We was in high school, joined high school. It was like, hey, who want to fight? And we was with it. We was with the bull. We was with the nonsense, wherever you was from. So we Zulu Nation. We had chapters all over the city. Chapters in Queens, from Hollis, You know, we had chapters out in Flushing, Queens. I ain't even really mess with too many Zulus from Queens like that. If they wasn't from my chapter, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we had the Zulus from out in Brooklyn, you know what I mean? From Crown Heights, you know, Z Gang. You know what I mean? We had the Gestapos from out in Long Island we was tough with. We had the Zulus out there in the Bronx, Gestapos, and all of that. You know, we was cool with mad Zulus all over the city. So, you know, we had beef. It ain't nothing to get on the phone and be like, yo, we need you to come up to the school. Yo, bring the whole chapter. Hang up, call the next chapter. Yo, we got beef. We need you to come out to our school. Bring the whole chapter, right? So, you know, that wasn't nothing. That was like, you know, that's right. I had about 200 people on my roster. You know what I mean? I remember doing a roll call during meetings in Cunningham Park, you know what I mean? Or in Goose Pond Park, and having about anywhere to 50 to 200 in our roster, you know, at any given time. So, you know, calling another chapter, and it's possible that they could bring double that. You know what I mean? You know, Zulus in the Bronx always been heavy. You know, any given chapter out there uptown and in the Bronx was about 200 to 400 deep. You know what I mean? Any one of the chapters out there. And my chapter, we was in Jamaica, Queens. We had about 200 easy. So, you know, we was with the nonsense, but we wasn't with the nonsense also. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, you know, we know what the lessons say. You know, one of our beliefs say, you know, we believe Zulus are people of peace. We respect those who respect us. You know, we are at peace with those who are at peace with us. But if we are attacked by an aggressor and or an oppressor, then we as Zulus are taught in the name of the great God to fight those that come against us. You know? So we wasn't into, you know, starting trouble, you know, and you know, over flexing, you know, trying to make people intimidate others, you know, by the legacy of the name of the organization and or, you know, what things may seem to be. Because we could have done it. We could have been on Jamaica Avenue every day, mobbed up, calling 3 or 4 chapters just to come and hang out with us and just run through the Ave and wild out on everybody. But that wasn't the cause. We wasn't for that. You know what I mean? That wasn't the purpose of the organization. And we had hierarchy who wouldn't have allowed that to happen either. You know what I mean? Now, if we wanted to just do that with our own chapter, you know what I mean? That would have been on us, but we couldn't just involve other chapters in the organization throughout the city to come and be a part of our recklessness, you know, because then we'd be in violation, you know? So, you know, I just want to give a shout out to the whole Queens, the whole Carhartt Queens era, you know, all the brothers from Southside, the whole LB fam, the whole Ella fam, you know, I want to give a shout out to, you know, all the crazy babies, you know, all my brothers that was up with me from Warhol to Hillside, you know, the whole Shadow Inc., you know what I mean? I want to give a shout out to the brother Shadow who started Shadow Inc. too because he was a good brother, you know what I'm saying? I remember that dude and having a couple conversations with him from time to time, you know what I'm saying? Because him and my brother was cool also, you know. There was a part of a crew called the Hammerheads back in the days. And my brother used to rock with them. So, you know, once Shadow found out that, you know, the main Zulu from Mount Queens was the little brother of one of his mans that used to run with him with the Hammerheads. And then that made us, you know, have, you know, access to dialogue with one another, you know, that was always peaceful. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, knowing that Zulus and his crew, you know, ended up having beef, but that still never stopped us from having, you know, an open line of communication with one another if we needed to. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to reasoning. You know, shout out to the reasoning mind. Shout out to brothers that wasn't scared to, you know, go ahead and just shoot the 5 and not pulling out guns and shooting because they scared to get knocked out. You know what I mean? Shout out to the whole Carhartt Queens. You know what I mean? From North Side to South Side, the Queensbridge, you know, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know what that era was like. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, also want to give a shout out to the boy Yayo. You know, me and him went to Edison together. Me and him had a cool relationship. You know, I think that's reasonable to say. We wasn't friends or anything like that, but, you know, we was definitely, you know, agreeable with one another. I got a story with him, which is crazy, you know what I mean? And shout out to him because he kept it G, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if the brother remember me, but, you know, I salute to him all day because it could have got real nasty for me. And, you know, the brother intervened and, you know, salute to that. Salute to that brother. You know, story from Queens. You know, the real Queens. Queens get the money. Carhartt Queens, all of that.